Hello, everybody, and welcome back. A Night to Remember. We are continuing to look at space engineers in this little limited run that I wanted to show you. Obviously, I wanted to show you this because it sort of like mixes a couple of games and a couple of genres that I like. So I'm a big fan of sci-fi as well, of just about every single type of sci-fi. I'm also a big builder. You know, I did the mods for WoW, and I did many other builds for whatever. So this looked like a very logical extension for me to look in and to analyze. So I went in and I actually took care of the issues with the engines. So if I were to drop in here, we now have a look at how the engines are set up. And actually, I'm just going to let's just spin around here a bit, drop this down, and go in here. So we established all the engines. I had to tweak a couple of options in the game because it was kind of crazy. So we did that, and the engines are working fine right now. There's still some issues with the navigation of the ship that I need to really take care of. Back here we have some sort of like secondary generators because the ship was obviously demanding a tremendous amount of energy to actually operate and move. So we did that, and so it's the same on the other side of the ship. In fact, I think I'm gonna go. Let's see if we can. Let me see if I can just give you a little taste here. We'll just put another seat. These I'm just putting on temporarily. They're not going to stay there permanently. It's just it allows me access to the ship in a quicker way, as opposed to having to just go back to the bridge and deal with things. Okay, so we have that there, and we have this ship on the dark side, so you'll be able to appreciate what's going on a little bit better. So I'm going to go in right now, just going to toggle this on, move the viewing angle. So I will now show you how this works. So both engines working properly. If we go forward thrust, there you go, and you can actually see our speed climbing up. What you can see now, the bottom part that's firing are the sort of inertial stabilizers, which are actually making sure that the ship slows back down and doesn't continue moving at the same speed that it was before. So we have that. Then we have the side thrust. So I'm pressing right now on the other side. If I press on this side and then just move, you can see how the ship moves from that side. And I believe that you will have the other side firing as well because of the inertial stabilizers trying to compensate and stop the ship. So that is it. The problem that I'm having right now is I'm having trouble still moving it, and the reason is we have to, I believe, if I want to turn the ship, for example, or if I want to rotate it, I mean, it rotates, but it's very, very, very slow to move, which is not that great. So I still have to continue working a little bit with the ship and figure out what we need to do. Okay, alright, so we're now out in space. We've got some weird holes there, some thrusters, and we're just gonna go back in. Let's just go back in right now. Okay, let's do this. Let's move us. Okay. Show me what you got. That's up. Sorry, that's forward. That's back. That's side. That's side. So you got some thrusters firing off right now. And now we want sorry, is it, which one is it? No, inertial dampeners. Hello? Ah, there we go. Okay. So we've got this kind of firing. It's a little bit weird. So, whoops. I believe I've just reset that, so that's down. Oh, that's why. Hello? Hello. Okay. So this is down. And is that? No, that's inertial dampeners. V is reset the angle. How am I not actually right? Okay, so we've got top thrust, down thrust. Now it's trying to stabilize. If we move, where do we want? Okay, let's try and turn towards that. Towards that asteroid right now. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So this is kind of the problem that I'm having right now. There's, it doesn't seem gonna stop right now here. So you can see now the engines are firing to stop the ship and try and like restabilize, and we are just coming about. Well, what is, there seems to be a little bit of smoke coming in from somewhere inside the ship that we might actually need to have to take a look at. But okay, aside from that, let me just jump out a bit and let me just give you a sample of what I think is actually okay. Can we just go in here? Yes. Okay. So one of the things that I have right now, which we haven't made much use of, is the weapons. So I'm going to show you, for example, if we want to fire a torpedo, we can fire some torpedoes right there. And if just one of the turrets that I've set up right now, it can actually... Oh, shit. Well, that's... It shot into the hull. Okay, so we've got that. Now, what's the best way to showcase? Well, I still haven't configured them. I've pretty much set them up to shoot indiscriminately at anything that comes towards the ship. And apparently, it also just includes shooting the ship itself. So the reason I wanted to come to this Meteor here is because I think it will actually allow me to show you a little bit of how the defensive systems of the ship work. So, but because of how the defense system works right now, that it's not really configured properly, I'm gonna have to sort of do something here and put this little ship, which is, again, it's available on the Steam Workshop, and so it's not gonna get attacked yet, right? No. Okay. So you can see the Enterprise is down there, and this little sort of nimble ship, I believe it has some weapons. Let's see if we can configure some of the weapons. Gatling gun. Shoot shoot, toggle block, shoot on and off. Yeah, let's just do shoot on and off. This is Gatling gun 14, Gatling gun 13, so let's do that. Toggle on and off. Let's go back here, because I seem to prefer that system, and let's go. Oh. Okay, is number... Okay, well, it doesn't seem like one of the Gatling guns is working. Okay, but that's fine. So now we have this. I'm going to show you what happens when we begin an approach on the ship. But I think I'm going to try and approach from another direction. So we'll move over this way. And you can see, you know, we are actually moving at 100 meters per second, basically. I don't know if we can actually go faster with this or not, but we're going to start our approach on the Enterprise right now, and it should be at least able to respond to some of the threats. So let's see if we can actually go ahead and not get absolutely destroyed by it as we go in. So we're coming in 2.2 kilometers essentially, coming in. We want to see, will the Enterprise shoot us? Let's bring us in. Still doesn't seem. Yep, there she goes. Oh shite! Oh wow. Turn inertial dampeners on. Oh boy. Okay. So that was unexpected. And that ship is now, I think that's lost. Okay, yeah, that was not great. I probably expected a little less violence there. I actually wanted to do a run on it and actually see if I could attack it a bit, but that doesn't seem like it's gonna be possible at this time, which is a little annoying, but hey, what can you do? Okay, so I think we're gonna leave it at that. I showed you a bit of how the ship is going. I can just go inside as well and just show you a little bit of the stuff that I've been doing. I've been removing some of the components of the original design just because I don't understand why. But I can show you, for example, I've got the new sort of warp core installed in there. So this is not, you know, this won't allow the ship to jump into space, but it's powering the ship and it's adding to the maneuverability and whatnot, or at least that's what I hope it's doing. We're going to be removing this entire floor and separating and having like a proper engineering section. There's like both a top part and a bottom part for engineering. There's, you know, control panels and whatnot. There's actually a little shuttle there that I don't think that I've actually ever used, but that's fine. One of the other things that we'll continue doing is we'll start building up, and we'll do the takes, we'll do the decks, and we'll do everything that it takes to actually get the ship at least. I mean, it's a large ship, and I've built other ships with a different amount of like thrusters and whatnot. In fact, you know what? Before I go, I think it would probably be cool if I bring out one of my other ships, which is larger, and that might actually it might actually survive, but I think we're gonna have to like remove some of the weapons. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring out some. Let's bring out some blueprints. Okay. Rebel 1. Okay, so this was a ship. This was my first ship. Was obviously based off of the big red ship that comes in with the game, because you can have like certain models of the game of ships that come with the game. And then that ship actually destroyed the blue ship, which is something that you'll probably see at another point. And then I decided to actually rebuild this other ship and actually give it some more defensive capabilities. So it's more advanced, actually, and it's more armored than its blue origins. It's actually been rebuilt to a certain degree. But because the Enterprise has no defensive shields right now, I don't want this thing. To shoot at the Enterprise. So we'll keep some of the cannons, the forward cannons, but because those are activated manually. But these actually auto fire, and I don't want that. I don't want this ship to just damage the Enterprise just yet, but it'll show you what the difference in size can do when it comes to these actual ships. So this ship, it's medium. You can actually go into it, and it's, I think, pretty decent in size, but I'll show you. So let's go in here. Let's go in here. And so you have all of these sectors, and then you can just drop here. And this is a shields mod, which is active on the ship, so it might actually be able to defend itself for a bit from the Enterprise. Has some lovely sort of like observation decks going through the neck. And in here we have some weapons and generators and all that type of good stuff. So that's the ship. We're gonna go ahead right now, and we're gonna go. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back outside, if I can just sort of wedge myself out of these doors. Right, and I think I still have, as with most things, I have an external external writing chair. So let's see. Bam. Okay, so we have one of those. Okay, we have the weapons enabled, but our automatic turrets are off. So let's actually take us. Okay, we'll see if we can do this. This is the first time I bring in such a large ship. Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, so bring us in. Shields activating. Bam! Just give the Enterprise a couple of warning shots right there. Yeah, that's right. What are you gonna do about it? Okay, the Enterprise is shooting. Rotate us down. That's it. Take us. Our shields are potentially failing. Okay, let's move us about. Okay, we're still good. We're still good. Rotate us towards that direction. Let's bring us back to a more intelligent looking angle. Okay, here we go. Bring us about. Bring us upward. Alright. behind the Enterprise right now. That's it. Move. So this, you can see this ship is a little bit more maneuverable, but as you can see, it's got a considerable advantage in terms of the amount of thrusters it uses as compared to the Enterprise. And the Enterprise can reach 100 as well, 100 meters per second. It just takes a little bit longer. Okay, so we're going to fire a couple of warning shots, I think. You don't want to actually hit it because the Enterprise has no shields. Not yet right now. I just yet to install those. They're not due till Tuesday, right? Okay, bringing us about. There doesn't seem to be much range, I don't think, on those shields yet. But let's bring us in.
Meteor Storm inbound.
Oh. Okay, we're actually going to hold off a bit. We've got a Meteor Storm, so we actually do have the possibility of having these ships fire at the meteors. Okay, Enterprise is busy firing right now. Yes, okay. Enterprise is shooting, okay. It's concentrating on our shields as well. Okay. He's shooting at us. Bring us about. Okay, we're taking hits. She's shooting. Do we actually still have some energy? Yeah, we do. Okay, we're gonna try and... Oh, okay. Crap. Okay, so that's been detached. Oh, boy. Okay. So that's going to continue for quite some time. She's going to just fire in a never-ending cycle. I think it doesn't shoot from this one because this one does not have line of sight, which is okay. I mean, it's a decent amount of damage, I have to admit. And I mean, if you have things flying over it, and it looks like the Enterprise is able to defend itself against the meteorites, so we're all good. So I think I'm going to call it there. My throat is hurting me a little bit. I'm still trying to recover. So I hope you enjoyed. So stay tuned for the channel. We're going to be coming up with more WoW stuff and other games just to have a little bit of fun. So until then, everybody, take it easy.